Hello, welcome back. Wake up, Bethro. There we go. Last time I finished a level, then came over here to a place that calls itself Copycat Chasm. I was thinking about something. Where am I right now? I'm at the top of something. There are pits on both sides of me, and yet the place where I am is being described as a chasm. Is this a small ridge at the bottom of something much taller? Or is this an inverse chasm? Like, I'm at the top, the chasms are down here and here. Anyway, so what's going on here? It's supposed to be mimics and stalwarts. I see none of either of those in this room. I do see a decoy, though. Oh, they're the mimics. I found them. Alright, Omplic Beam Tracer, huh? Are you stuck on something? Well, you're looking at the decoy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I stand there, I can attract its attention? Is that what I see? No. Where'd the decoy go? Oh, you're looking at a mirror. The decoy was on a bridge. I saw this in Secluded Sanctum. So that just keeps the Omplic from looking in another direction on turn 1. Alright, so you're looking at a mirror. Seems to be implied that it might be important for this to blow up. Why though? Seems to me like it's... hang on, okay, so this closes that. That closes that. So looks like I don't want this to go away. Alright, so don't allow Omplic to beam in this diagonal. Just leave that thing there forever. Because I have to touch a Conquer token, and this is the only one I see in the room. You know, it's not too often you see multiple Conquer tokens in a room. Why would you? That'd be a weird way to build a room. I'm sure there are reasons, though. Roach Queen has a fire trap. So I just have to turn off this force arrow by stepping where the decoy potions are. Okay, so trapdoors have to be dropped. Alright, where are the trapdoors? Seriously, where are the trapdoors? I see none. Let me mention this again. Feature I've always wanted in DROD is to be able to click a trapdoor gate and see all the trapdoors in the room. And vice versa. A bridge is not a trapdoor. I don't see any under the mud. There are none here. There are none here. This is not a trapdoor. There are none here that I see. Does it go ka-chunk when I walk into the room? No. Can I just not hear it from there because I'm too far away? There it is, I found it. Here's the one solitary trapdoor. Okay. I shouldn't have reset. I wanted to enter from there. Is that where I start the room from, though? Alright, so, fire traps. Is there a brain in this room? This time it's a reasonable question. Looks like the answer is no. Then why this? Okay. So there's a staff. Alright, what opens this? Is there anything I can interact with before I step here? Yes, I can push that off, which it seems like I don't want to. I can move the mirror around, which seems like it might potentially be bad if the Omplic does that. Do I want him to do this, though? And what's up with you? So he could look at you. Nothing's ever gonna hit that, except maybe a mimic pushed off the edge. Okay, that's how I would hit this orb. And that is the only way to open that. Okay, so a mimic has to be pushed off the edge to hit this. Alright. Another thing I don't want the Omplic to look at. It can't see this because this wall is here. I do want that to go off. What? Disabled force arrow north. So you're saying that this will create a force arrow north here. Boy, some readability problems with this. Okay, meaning that the powder keg will not set off this, strike this orb unless it goes before this one does. So sequence of events needs to be this fuse gets lit without that getting looked at. How would that ever happen? I'm gonna have to put a mimic in here and have it like lever the omplic around itself with the staff or something. That mimic will never escape. I'll probably push the omplic off. Let me see how well that would work. Not well with that, but then I can do this. Okay. So I've taken care of that. Then the other two mimics will... Oh, I don't get my sword back. Except here I do. So mud's gonna be growing all the time. I can't let that happen. What's all this nonsense? What is this room? Alright, if that happens, then this closes and it's never reopening. So I have to time carefully. As soon as I step on this, I have a mud danger. There's one thing I could do about that, though, in theory. And that would be to get some friends, and together we'll go poke this thing in the eyes. That would stop it for a turn, sure. Also moves it around a bit, also needs to be synchronized. I can do this to not move it. Okay. So no mud growth this way. Do I now need to recenter these to push one off to hit this? And if I had done that, I could then walk in there. This is still open. What is any of this nonsense? Oh, it's a way for me to step away from the mud. Okay. So after you open that up, then I get to do this. This will reopen after I have my sword so I can clean up the mud. Okay. Did I solve it? I might have. So this is protected because those force arrows closed with that. What is this room? What a weird experience. Okay, well I don't think I need all of these mimics anymore. Alright, I hit that orb. Here you, go away. Leave me alone. Alright, so I can do that, I can step on the token. Eliminate this. Okay, I guess I won the room. What a strange room that was. Is this another one of those where I just kind of like blundered into I used most of the mechanisms. This really looks to me like it was supposed to be a thing for like the optic to always have a brain path to me, but there's no brain in the room. This looks like something I was supposed to like double push a mimic across or something. Yeah, I have a strong suspicion that was not the way the author would have wanted that to have been done. Oops. Insoluble, do you do what I did? No. So you're not messing with the Omplic at all up front. You do still do this move. And switch B-throw for those. Okay, so that'll... what you're doing there will prevent those from moving, sure. That guy's on the door, not anymore. Omplic still has not done anything. Right, I never moved the mirror. Ah, having a mimic move the mirror with B-throw over there makes that just sort of happen. Ah, and then that's why you would want to double push across the fire traps so you can go kill the Omplic. Okay, so I might have been led to this solution if none of this were mimic placeable space. Like, just replace all of this with an open yellow door. Oh, well, I guess you could also do that, sure. That Omplic's still gonna have to die. And B-throw could be the one with the sword here. Also, what's your plan with the mud? Mirror? I don't know what's going on here. I don't think Insoluble does either. This is just as blundery as my solution. This was clearly not meant to be optimized. Wait, he'll just walk into the fire trap? Oh. So you don't even need to double push. What? I'm even more confused then. Oh, wait, this was an optimization to get to the Conquer token as quick as possible. Probably. Something like that. It can be done quicker, apparently. Anyway, okay. That happened. So, hi, Stalwart, you're here. Not gonna ever do anything until I break this, then you will start doing things. Your desire will probably be to kill this first. You'll step on that, blocking my way to this. That's a trapdoor. Okay, so first, show me what you do if I just do this. Nothing? There's a force arrow under you. Why? Okay, so I have to step here. Now you're free. To close that, which never reopens, okay. So that opens the way to those. A mimic has to kill one, a stalwart has to kill the other. This has done something. Do I want to mess with this? Okay, so all the monsters are dead, but I didn't step on the Conquer token. Alright, so there's a little contradiction here. I guess I just have to make sure the Stalwart kills this, or the Mimic kills that or something, before other stuff happens. I mean, okay. Well... What? Okay, that's fine. There. Okay, so now he can't get there anymore. Which means this will not... Well, but then can't I just... do that? And everything's fine? Seems like it. Okay. Mimic, get over here. I don't know what's going on now. I'm just like breaking everything. Okay, what was that supposed to look like? Somebody show me, I don't know, Krish. I pick at random. Or is it Krish H, maybe? Okay, so you put the Mimic in there. I had briefly been thinking about blocking the Stalwart with a Mimic, which I think is what you're trying to do. I guess that's probably what is expected? Man, remember when this hold had like these 1 hour long super slog rooms that left me exhausted and grumpy? It's like I'm playing a whole different hold now. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, well, okay. So just Mimic Sword blocks that. I mean, I thought of doing that, but I didn't need to. Okay. That's probably a challenge scroll, which I have to clear the room to read. Maybe it's something else. Alright, hi Mimic. That's how you say your name. Okay, step here, step here. Obtain Mimic. Step there, obtain Roach. Alright, something's going on. Okay, I see how it actually is. Step here, obtain Roach. Shuffle Roach around. The problem that would occur if I just did what I was about to do is that, the problem is that, this would close and I couldn't get in there. Now... this doesn't solve that. The Roach can't actually help me here. I was gonna use it to block the Mimic, but this Force Arrow is very here. So it has to step on the pressure plate then? Okay. No, not really okay. That's not something that will happen. Well, I guess it kinda can. So I'm over here. No good. Okay, well, how about this? Challenge. Don't let the Roach step on the western plates. Okay. So in that case, there's something else to do here, alright? So that was the simple way. So I used the Roach there to get one step ahead of the Mimic so that I could reach it with my sword and kill it, because I still did need one more step. And without killing the Mimic, I wouldn't have gotten that. You look like something. You're definitely something, and I think I know what. Let me have you just kinda come on down. Okay. Just kinda stay in there. You stay there, then go in here. Then I'm gonna have to be the one to step over here. Doesn't work. Well, okay, so at least I could get the Roach to the south of me here. Still does not work. Okay, so if that doesn't help, let's try something else. So if I step here... No, this doesn't help anything, does it? No. Oh wait, I see something. I mean, for what I'm trying to do to work, the Roach needs to be... Oh wait, no, hang on. No. If I could have the Roach caught on the Mimic Sword, like trying to come toward me down here, then I could step west as many times as I wanted to, but for that to happen... It would need to be coming from some place that seems fairly impossible to pull off. So if the roach can't step there, only Beethro can. Beethro stepping here means I'm one west of the Mimic. Now hang on, show me something. So I only need one turn where the Mimic is blocked by the roach for this to work. But that one turn has to come after it's all the way over there, because the roach can't get in, it just has to land here somehow. For that to happen, if Beethro's on the north, then the roach has to be in an impossible place here, like coming from here, walking up that way. If Beethro's down here, then the roach has to be in a pretty impossible place up here. Like it won't just sit there and wait for me to get on this plate. No way to stealth in this room. This spot is the most suspicious thing, but it doesn't seem like it helps me. Hold up. I know. I got it. I know what to do. I had it. There we go. Okay. Alright, that was a cool trick. I enjoyed that. Just had to fiddle around until I figured out a way to make it happen. Alright, that's shallow water. So there is stealth in this room. More of these things, which didn't end up meaning anything here, but maybe they do here. There is a brain in this room. So, obviously stabbing these is not something I can do right now with this shallow water here. If I were to be a soldier, then I could, but I can't change player role as far as I know. Adders could eat them, but this adder can't escape its prison. Alright, there's a lot going on here. I have a threat clock. Why? Because an adder is there. So that will... Okay, right, and there is a brain in this room, remember. I could change that. Alright, these are clearly for roaches. There's a speed potion. Sword token. So I'll go in here, take a staff. That mimic has to be placed here. Alright, fine. Let's just do the prescribed first step here. I feel like I'm going through this chasm backwards. Also, is that the end of it? Well, that is. Okay, so, that seems to be the expectation here. So we both get staffs. Nobody's going to open those force arrows, so this has to be either Mimic and Roach, or two Roaches, or Brain and Mimic. That's an option. Okay, let's try that option. Alright, so that Roach dies. Cool. So I get a speed potion, I get a sword, I get a Roach arena. No problem at all, because speed potion, however, it looks like I have some kind of adder timer going on there. What does this mean? That roach is gonna die, yes. But it doesn't seem like I have a problem here. Oh, there is one. How did that happen? So the adder did what exactly? Well, no, as soon as I stepped here, that opened. Okay, so perhaps what it actually is... A roach isn't gonna come out of here. Only Beethro can escape this, so I'm not sure how I'm going to press both of these right now. Let's forget about that for a moment. So instead, I think that's perhaps the suggested way to deal with this problem. No, that doesn't prevent you from moving there. You don't consider a staff as an obstacle? I guess not, because you're just going to go back and forth like that. Okay. A brain would not do any better, right? Because that's just as invisible. You'll still try to go through it. Yeah. So something needs to prevent you from trying to make that move. I have nothing brain visible I can stick in there, though. So this has to open first. I can't do that. What if I did this before placing the mimic? Well, then I get no controls over anything. That happens. Like, this is an immediate failure condition, right? Nothing gets rid of those. Oh, but I have a staff mimic who can probably help me along. Okay, I had this fine. Everything I did worked. I'll leave the brain for now. That's fine. So I'll just allow this to happen. Not care about anything, pretty much. Ow. Except for that. But it really feels like I'm just disarming a mechanism that was supposed to... Oh. No, I still have a problem here. I haven't dealt with this. So what I had been planning to do... One of us needs to face a different direction. What I had been planning to do was going to be... You know, one of these. Well, you're making this real awkward. Okay, no, it has to be the other way around. So this. Can one of these roaches secretly escape to here, but that's nowhere. Brain can't turn into a stepping stone or anything. Alright, so I have everything except something to put on the second one of these. The brain can go on one, but I still need the mimic, and from there I can't place it on there. So let's go all the way back. Nothing will open these. It's kind of weird these force arrows are here. I wonder why. Like, this is the one place a roach can escape this cage, but the problem is that just makes a larger cage. That's still fully enclosed by shallow water, and pits, and walls. Why this? Why would you want them to always have a brain path to me? I guess I could send the mimic in there, but why would I do that? I certainly can't get you out, that's impossible. Yeah, so since I can't extract a roach here, or here, can't get the adder, can't get this roach, none of those are available, that means a mimic absolutely has to go here. Which takes me back to the idea of preventing this from being pressed. I mean, the one other way that could maybe happen is that, but no, nothing about that works. What if Bithro were in a position where he was... Oh, what if Bithro were stealthed? The adder would still have to see him to move, though, and as soon as the adder sees, then this roach will also see. Can't have the adder see without the roach seeing, unless the brain sees me, in which case the roach would move too. Right? Okay, so here's a brain. It has some radius on it for seeing Bithro. What? Why are you not moving this way? It's a tunnel. There's a tunnel there. Okay, so only Bithro can go in here. Well, scratch that. I can't access the shallow water while I'm in here. Speed potion. Doesn't really do anything for me either way. I mean, it lets me survive this. It's like you're supposed to be doing something out there while the rest of this is happening. So 2 routes to victory. Either I get something extra out here to put it on both of those plates and still have a mimic, or I prevent this from ever having been pressed so that I don't need the mimic to be free from this to get in there. It's one of those two, but neither feels possible at the moment. Are those the only 2 possibilities? I'm pretty constrained on where I can place this mimic. Like, it really does have to be exactly there. So the puzzle's going to be in this state when I come out of there. You cannot make it in there because this is a tunnel. Looks exactly like the rest of the dirt floor. Like, I had no idea. I tried to go in there and was very confused as to why you could not move east from there. Okay. Is there anything interesting a mimic staff can reach if I would push it off the edge? Like, say, this... Well, but I need the mimic one way or another. It's really reading to me like there's supposed to be some way to get these roaches out. But there is no way. And I have no stepping stone tools, right? I don't see any. Wait, hang on. Why do I have... Oh. Okay, now hold on. I get it. Okay, I get it. The reason you step here is because the room is brained right now. I can prevent that from being the case while I go in here. Yes, I have locked. I want you to be over there. Alright, so here's what's actually going to happen. You're going to get in some sort of position that'll allow you to continually use your stick to stun that brain. Ooh. How? Okay, so first of all, it'll be there. Okay, so I now have... Now hold up, you didn't need to be on there yet, you just need to remain alive, so I can put that murder at once. I want to put it against a wall in a place where the Mimic won't have too much trouble getting at it. So how about something like this? Now I will have to continually bump. No, I don't. I can just do that. Okay, so I prevented that from happening. Now there are some roaches in there who want to get to me out that way. I don't even have to go back in there to kill them, but I will because it's faster. Okay, so now Mr. Mimic just needs to get that brain where it needs to go. Okay. Well, that was reasonable enough. Had a bit of a trick to it. Okay, so those fire traps never activated. Roach is dead. Room is clear. Okay, okay. That was a little trickier, but I did get it done. Alright, so one more room to go in this place, then it looks like we can probably go someplace else. That'll be the fast travel to the other side. Alright, so exit puzzle next time, and then wherever the heck this leads. I'll see you then.